Hello and welcome to another Doctor's Assistant 1 video. Today I'm doing a video on the 24th of February 2022. Man, that sounds weird to say 2022. Still can't get my head around that one. But yeah, of this recording I've just been at a place called Cosmic Toys over in Dewsbury. Really cool shop here in the UK. And all England. What was it? What was I gonna say? You might be thinking like, what the hell? Why do you have another version of Amy? This version of Amy from like Victory of the Daleks? Well, because the one that I have has this arm, I want to say, or the other arm, or one of the arms at least, is not in the joint and that, and this figure was like £6 loose, I'm pretty sure. So I thought I might as well get this action figure because it's cheap and that, relatively cheap for the figure and that. So yeah, I got that. What else did I pick up? I picked up a Doctor Doom, which I thought was funny because the person that I was with, or one of the people that I was with, was my mum's friend, and they wanted this Doctor Doom figure, but they didn't realise that it was there and that. And I think this one was a tenner, I think, and that, because like altogether the loose figures altogether were like 22 quid, I think. And that, I'm just pressing this, thinking, what the hell does that do at the back of the figure? But yeah, it's a bit mouldier than I'd like, but it was in a plastic bag. Like his loose figures were in plastic bags like this. The guy over there is called Gareth, I think. Gareth. And as I say, the action figures, the loose ones, were in plastic bags like this, and then had like little cards saying who they were and that, and stuff. And if you order the loose ones off his website, you then get like a little flyer of the shop and the website, Cosmic Toys, and a leaflety flyer like thing, as well as the accessories and that the figure might come with. None of these came with any accessories though. It just depends on what people have traded in, I guess, as to whether or not they have any accessories and that. Usually these, in the case of like the Doctor Doom and the next figure I'm about to show you, in the case of these are stuff that I assume people have had in like attics or basements for however many years, and are kids' toys that the parents or grandparents or whoever don't want anymore, or don't want in their house, so are just there, like, pass it on to someone else, and then they've eventually passed it on to Cosmic Toys, or they've just done it themselves, they haven't even passed it on to anyone, sort of thing. The next thing is Scarlet Witch, which, I'll be honest, in the plastic thing, she looked a lot better. She is very, very anorexic / anemic looking, and then also, the face is very spotty, so it kind of looks like it's not picking up too well on camera, but in person, in hand, it looks like she's got chickenpox. But I thought I'd pick this one up because you don't often see the sort of retro, sort of old school comic version of Scarlet Witch, and that's I thought I'd pick this one up because, as I say, it's a version of her you don't often see. And then the Victor Von Doom and or Doctor Doom sort of figure was just because, I don't know, I mean, I guess he's the main baddie, really, when you think about it, when you think Fantastic Four, at least I do, anyway. Also, it's funny, she's got, like, a little crab claw hand, like, it looks like she's force choking someone, or, like, just, you can move this bit of the hand, like the rest of the fingers, but, like, out, and then like that, like, you know, like this, like, you know, this like crab claw like thing. It's pretty funny to me anyway. And then the Doctor Doom kind of one has a see-through hand, and then the other hand is very silvery, and I'm not sure if that's just like scratches on the normal human hand, or if that's actually meant to be there. You know, like his part of his human person is transforming almost. You know. And then the last action figure that I got was a Star Wars Black Series action figure, boxed. A standard sort of clean version of a Stormtrooper, which you might be thinking, oh, Doctor, this is someone that's not very interesting, that's boring, that's generic, whatever. But the thing is, it's like, yes, but there are a lot of scalpers and a lot of not so great versions of this figure online elsewhere, and that are cheaper, but then the articulation in that isn't as good and stuff, or you know, the sort of sculpt of the helmet's a bit janky and that, and as I say, some of the articulation's a bit shit, or the gun is a bit, you know, rubbish or hard to put into the hand because the where the hand has been sculpted and whatnot, it just doesn't work correctly in that. And I know for the longest time he had the Imperial Stormtrooper sort of the scuffed up sort of tatty version of this figure, and I was tempted to get that and then get this one, but I really just wanted a clean normal version of a Stormtrooper, you know, just one Stormtrooper, and that because they're iconic really. When you think Star Wars, you think of Stormtroopers, or at least I do anyway, at a certain point. As for comic books, I got Big Trouble in Little China, which he said that he'd just sort of put on the shelves today, which I thought was pretty funny. What else? Darth Vader one, Darth Vader comic, as well as Swamp Thing, as well as Chicken Warrior thing, and these were all like in a 50p thing, but then he sort of cocked up a little bit in terms of his math, so just sort of gave me them for 10p each for some reason. I'm not complaining, I just thought it was funny. You know, but yeah, I picked up this one mainly because of the cover, you know, because it's very Star Warsy. You know, New Hope, but you know, Doctor Who, you know, with the sort of Jodie in the background and that. If you want me to review anything in this video, please do feel free to comment below that you want me to review any of these things. And then obviously, much like with the Jodie Whittaker one, I picked up this Harley Quinn / Poison Ivy comic because of the cover as well. You know, I think that's what sells me on comic books, for me at least. It's the cover, the cover art. You know, like this. You know, it's just completely bonkers. And yeah, or it's more of a iconic known quantity when it comes to, like, say, I don't know, Darth Vader, or it's a film I like I do quite like Big Trouble in Little China from the handful of times that I remember watching it. It's quite a long film and it's bonkers, so like, you know, it's easier said than done to say like oh, if it's so good, like, why don't you remember it? But like, it's, as I say, kind of bonkers that it's like it's all over the place as a film, and it's like, you know, how many hours long and that, you know, and that. Although I always feel like older films were longer than newer films. Although, to be fair, some new films are longer, but then but like not as good, I guess. I don't know. Depends on who you ask, I suppose. And then, as I say, I got those figures loose, some superhero ones and a Doctor Who one. Because I might trade in the other Amy that I've got. It's Cosmic Toys, because, as I say, the hand or the arm, this whole bit is kind of out of the socket, so it just like it's up to the jacket, you know, and that on that one. So, and I know I have some other figures that I was gonna trade in, but I totally forgot to do that today because I was just like doing something else earlier in the morning. So it's kind of a bit of a rush to get out of the door for a change, I guess, kind of, maybe, sort of, but yeah, really happy with all of the purchases and stuff that I picked up today to add to the ever-growing collection of sadness and nerdiness, if you will. But yeah, thanks for watching. Please do comment, rate. Please do comment, rate, and subscribe to the channel to see more videos like this. If you liked this video, goodbye.